Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Growing Guitar. It's the best day of the week, Wednesday. Alright, so this means Wish Wednesday. You wish for songs, and you will have them here on Growing Guitar. And this time it's your song by Lego Galaxy. You wished for also it is My Muse. Alright, so I hope you will enjoy this and all you old fans out there. So let's go into My Muse, and we're gonna do this without any capo. I'm gonna mention that now. And actually this song is about three verses and choruses, and every time we have a new verse and chorus, it goes up, the key goes up, moves up. Imagine if you had a capo, you should put the capo next time on the second fret and play the exact same chord, and then on the third chorus you played it on the fourth fret. So it's played in the same way, but it goes up in key every verse, so to speak. So what I would do here in this tutorial is to keep it as simple as possible for us to not have like 25 chords plus or so. We'll stick with one key and play that and learn how to play the verse and chorus and stay in that key. So we're not gonna move up and have completely new chord setup for just handling one verse. Okay, so that's the deal here with this song. So we're gonna go right into the chords, and the chords will be 6 different chords, and the verses and the choruses will be pretty much the same. Only difference is the third verse. But we're gonna still, like I mentioned before, stay in the same key, the D. Alright, so let's start with the chords, and like you see here, we don't have any capo, no need for it. So let's start with the chords and the D. That goes open D, second G, third B, and second E. The next chord is the A, C. That means it's an A in the bass, but then we'll also have the C sharp note added to it. Okay, so that will be basically to put a bar. You bar the second fret, and you can push down all the 4 strings down there in the bottom. So the E, B, G, and D string. You can push down these strings with your index finger, and then you just add the 4th fret on the A string. That's the C sharp note, so therefore the AC. Okay. The next chord is the B minor, so that's another bar chord. This time you push down 5 strings, so also incorporate the A. So 5 strings from bottom up on the second fret, and then you need to add 4th on D, 4th on G, and 3rd on B. Then we have the G, and that goes 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. Then we have the A sus4, so it goes open A, 2nd D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and open E. And then we have the standard A, and you just move that 3rd B into the 2nd B instead. Everything else is the same. That's the A. All right. So D, A, C, B minor, G, A sus, and the A. Let's go into the song. And since this is a piano-based song, we will just work with straight downs. Okay. So nothing more than that. Just straight downs. So we're gonna start with the verse. And here you have 2 rounds of the same chord progression, almost the same, because the first round we will use one chord and at one point, and the second round you will use a different chord. We'll come to that, but first, the first half will be D, 2, then AC, 2, and B minor, 4, then G4, then A sus 2, and A2. Okay, that's the first half of it. Then the second half, the first chord now will be D. Okay, in the second round we'll play this same chord progression. This chord will be the B minor. So that's the only difference here between the two parts, okay? So D2, A2, G2, and D2, then G2, A2, and D3, and the pause. That's the first chord progression round. In this verse here, the first one, you will play it for 2 rounds. So again, we're gonna play exact same, but when I highlighted that D we played in the first round, this time you will play a B minor instead. So I'm gonna take you through one round again, just repetition, except from the B minor chord. So starting with D again, D2, AC2, B minor 4, G4, A sus2, A2. Now at this point, we have the B minor 2, A2, G2, D2, G2, A2, and D3. Okay, so there you have the verse, both rounds here. That's the first verse. Into the chorus now. It's pretty much as long as the verse, but only for 1 round. So we're gonna continue this playing me while we're speaking, because it's that simple. We're gonna go with G4, D2, A2, G4, B minor 2, and A2. That's the first half of it. Then comes D2, A2, G2, D2, G2, A2, and D3. Yes, so there you have it. So the last half here in this chorus was very much like this second half in the verse play as well. So yes, there you have one chorus, and that's it for the chorus, okay? I mentioned we'll play in the same way for other verses, and that's what's going on here in the second round now, the second verse. And here you're gonna play only one chord progression round for the verse. So imagine you played the second round in the verse, first verse before. That's the exact what you're gonna play now in this second verse, okay? So that means you're gonna use the B minor, not the D in the second half of this chord progression, but the B minor. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through the second verse now without speaking, just playing for you so you can really listen how it goes. That's the second verse. Okay, second chorus exactly the same as the first one, so no changes there. All right, so we're gonna go into the third verse, and this is where it changes just a little bit, not too much. And this is the final parts of the song. So we have the third verse and third chorus, and that's it. Okay, so we're gonna start with the verse now, and it's played. The first half is played in the exact same way as the first half of all the other verses. So that means D2, AC2, B minor 4, G4, A2, and A2. Okay? And then we have the B minor, okay? So that will be B minor 2, then A2, G2, and D2, G2, A2. Till this point, everything is exactly the same. But then we have the ending here that's a little bit different. So after the A2, we're gonna play B minor 4. And then you're gonna play 1 down on G and a pause. The same with A, 1 down and a pause. And the same with the final D, 1 down and a pause. And that's the end of the third verse, okay? So to summarize this one is played exact in the same way as verse number 2 with the B minor chord. And then ending there, the last chord we have in the verses are D. That chord is replaced with B minor 4. And then it continues with one down of the following chords: G, pause, A, pause, and D, pause. So it's kind of an extended verse, okay? And then we have the final chorus now, and yeah, we're gonna come into that, and you're gonna play exact in the same way as the previous choruses. And again, the last chord in this chorus for all other choruses was the D3 plus a pause. This time we have the B minor again that replaces the D. You're gonna play B minor 2 and the pause. So pause. And then you're gonna play G, one down and a pause. Then A, one down and a pause. And finally D. That ends the song. Okay. So imagine the same ending pretty much in this chorus as in this last verse. So that pretty much wraps it up for us. It is my Muse. So Bay Lego Galaxy, thank you for being here on Growing Guitar. We appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed it. And for all the other fans of Gordon Guitar, hope you had a good time and could learn something here. If you appreciate it, then I'm very glad if you could subscribe to this channel, of course, and support me in all the ways you can. So thank you, everybody, and until next time, play tuned.